Yo, welcome back to another Borderlands 4 build video. Today we're going to be going over a Rafa build. With this setup we were aiming to kind of go for something just a little bit more fun. It's not the best setup in the world, it's not going to one-shot bosses, but it's super fun to mob with, clear everything in the game. We based this off of Merse's Bloodletter, so we're going low health, high shield, high overshield, and it's basically allowing us to get a high damage output because of that. So let's get right into it. So starting us off, we're actually going to talk about the firmware first, because this is kind of how the build functions. I wanted to do something different. Everyone always seems to use just Deadeye and High Caliber or whatever else, but I wanted to see if I can make Risky Boots work. So when your health is below 35%, you gain these bonuses. So damage taken is reduced by 30%, movement speed is increased by 35%, and your damage dealt is increased by 100%, and lifesteal is increased by 5%. So we've built the entire build based around Risky Boots and making sure our health is always below 35%. So these are our constant bonuses, and it gives us a really nice base to do whatever we want with the skill tree and with the class setup. My other 2 points are put into bullets to spare, just because I'm basing this one mainly off Mers and splash damage. So I would like the fire rate and the magazine size just to keep shooting as long as possible. Alright, hopping on over to the skills. So we'll start us off with the green tree. Our first 5 points are going to handshake deal, so it's gun damage and melee damage. You can go wherever you want with this. If you want to go for a different setup completely, you can take whatever you want here. But the main reason we're going into the green tree is for El Corazon. So a portion of Rafa's maximum health capacity is converted into maximum shield capacity. The only requirement for this setup is you need a class mod that rolls 5 into this, because if you roll like a +4 bonus into it, you don't get enough health converted to always be below 35%. But we gain 70% of it is converted into maximum shield. So we get 140% maximum shield capacity from this, which is a huge amount. And then we also go down into to the last. So skill damage is up to 40% and gun damage up to 30%. The lower my health, the greater the bonus. It's as low as it can go. So I'm gaining these bonuses at all times as well. But yeah, basically the only thing you need here is a +5 from the class mod. That's the only annoying thing that you have to get. I tried to do a +4, it scrapes it. It does 63% and I need 65% health converted. But yeah, so that's the green tree. There's nothing too crazy. Like I say, this is a splash damage setup for me. If you want to go for something different, be my guest. You could do full melee with this. You could do literally any Rafa builds with this, because you're getting 100% of increased damage dealt. We'll just go over the blue tree quickly. These are just my spare points. They can go wherever they want. But I wanted fire rate, so I'm taking the thrill, which is fire rate 15%, and then when overdrive is active, an extra 10%. And just a little bit of reload speed. So just 3 points over here for me. The red tree is where the actual setup is. I decided just to go with the cannons because they're the easiest to play with, and I just wanted something quite simple, nothing too crazy. We don't have to have these massive damage stacking mechanics going on, because we're already getting our damage dealt from having low health. So I took fire rate here because, again, I wanted it to be for more Mers, so I just wanted the more fire rate the better. Then I will go 5 points in C here, which is a kill skill. Kill an enemy restores shields based on Rafa's maximum health capacity, so 20% of max health. It's not loads of shield I'm getting, but if I'm constantly killing enemies, my shield should stay up at all times. We've gone 3 points into I don't even know how you say that, never mind, this one. Rafa deals increased damage from all sources. The fuller Rafa's shields are, the greater the bonus, while Rafa's shields are at max, double the bonus. So this ties really well into the one before, so I restore shields from that, and then this allows me to keep that 30% damage increase. We go 2 points into Jurega. I really don't know how you say a lot of other things in this tree. Whenever Rafa critically hits, action skill duration is restored. It's not crazy, you can go wherever you want here. If you want to put gun damage points in, go for the gun damage. I'll probably swap these over at some point. You don't really notice it too much, especially since there's a cooldown of 4 seconds as well throughout it all. Our augment we are taking is Bullet Buddy Deluxe, which is while Peacebreaker cannons are active, Rafa and his allies regenerate ammo into the magazine. Rafa's Peacebreaker cannons deal bonus incendiary damage based on how full his gun is, and his turrets shoot exploding bullets whilst his magazine is full. And you can press F and it'll cause your action causes Rafa's shots to take no ammo, but causes action skill duration to drain faster. So basically this is a way for us to, at the start of our action skill, we'll press F, activate it, and we'll have unlimited ammo for, like, I don't even know how long, a few, like 8 seconds, is it? 5 seconds? So our ammo, we just absolutely blast out as much as we want. It's a really good way to stack stickies as well. I only use stickies on boss fights just because they are the better option right now, unfortunately. I think the game needs to have some legendary weapons get buffed and stuff first. But for now, we are using stickies just for bossing, and it's a really, really good way to stack stickies up. And since I'm going splash damage, I took Barrage, which is an overdrive skill. Again, increased splash damage whilst overdrive is active, so 35% there. Really, really handy. We got 5 points into Temerario. It's an overdrive skill. Rafa gains increased gun damage, but decreased gun handling for each stack. Rafa gains a stack every second overdrive is active. You lose all stacks when overdrive ends. So we lose gun handling, which isn't too bad. We're just spraying out bullets anyways. And our gun damage goes up 5% per second for a max of 10, so it's 50% gun damage. And our final point is in Soltado, which is a kill skill. It increases all overdrive bonuses by 100%. So basically, this allows all our bonuses here, everything that we get from the Peacemaker cannons, not the cannons, sorry, the overdrive trait over here. So our damage gets doubled, our movement speed gets doubled, everything is basically doubled across the board. So that's why we've gone for our 1 point over here. And finally, the actual capstone is my Peacebreaker cannons are replaced with rockets that deal splash damage. Obviously, I've built a little into splash damage. I should really take a couple extra points elsewhere and go a bit more into it. But yeah, so we're going for this capstone. So like I say, with this setup, you've got a really good base with using risky boots. So you can really go wherever you want here if you want to take this and basically have the ammo regen, so you constantly have the fully loaded magazine at all times, because this will bring your ammo back. So you can keep doing that if you wanted and get stacking damage with bonus corrosive. You can go anywhere on the skill tree, any of the skill trees, because you are getting bonuses from just having low health with risky boots. I'm probably going to go more into the splash damage side of things, so I'm probably going to go over to the green tree and put some more down here, so I get increased splash damage and crit hit chance. I'm most likely going to be moving some points around from this section here, probably take a few out there and bang them down here. But yeah, so that's the skill tree all sorted. So for our specialization, it's quite a simple setup. I've gone 10 survivor, I'm currently 27 brute, so I've got 20 brute, 10 sharpshooter, 10 runner, and we're going to get riddle you this, so increased gun damage, and it just keeps stacking up to 50 stacks, so 50%. And I've gone Daredevil for most of this because I want my action skill cooldown to be better. There's a way to keep your duration up for a long time with Rafa's setup, but the only problem is when I activate when I press F and I get unlimited ammo, it drains it drastically. So I'm going to run out of my action skill quite frequently, so I want to pop it more frequently. So yep, we've gone with that one. We're also converting gun damage into action skill damage, because we gain 60% damage dealt. We're also 54% gun damage, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when we buff up, we do this, that goes up to, well, 59, but damage dealt is 170. I swear it was higher before. I have to shoot. Oh yeah, I get all my stacks actually up. And now I'll do it. 164% gun damage is now getting converted into action skill damage and skill damage, which is over here. Super high stats across the board, 23% base damage reduction as well. So yeah, that is basically our setup over here. I didn't go over a honed mind. Action skills gain a chance to critically hit as well, and crit hit damage. So yeah, we're built quite heavily into the action skill and splash damage side of things. It's a shame there's no splash damage in this section, like properly, which I really hope they add more to this in the future. And finally, we'll just quickly go over the gear I'm running for my setup. So we got the Kason just for stacking stickies on a boss fight. We're using the Dark Beast because that has splash damage and I really, really like it. I am currently looking for a Jacob's Part roll on this as well. Really good for the crystals on Bloom Reaper. The linebacker, I've just been trying it out recently. It's not amazing, but it's quite fun to just spam it in open areas when you're doing like rapid like drill sites and stuff like that. The main weapon I'm using is the one-bar combo for most of my damage output, just because of the underbarrel rockets or grenade launchers, whatever they are, the rockets shoot out. Been really enjoying this. This is kind of like my replacement for the Urga from like the previous games. I really hope that weapon returns. I want some more splash damage weapons. I haven't actually tried the plasma coil yet for this setup. I'm hoping it works well. I just need to go pick myself one up. But yeah, so that's the weapons. Again, whatever you want with this. If you're going splash damage like mine, this is an ideal setup for it. The rip kit will always be a triple bypass. I gain splash damage on mine, so 25% for 10 seconds, really, really nice. But the 3 charges allows us to get our action skill back pretty much instantly, every single time. The ordnance, it doesn't really matter. I've currently got a jet setter on. I've been trying out different ordnances. I want to make a heavy weapon work, so I'm just going to keep looking for a better one. If you guys have any suggestions, leave a comment down below for what ordnance I should probably go for. The class mod, like I say, the only thing you need for the class mod, this is just the purple one, is the +5 bonus into the green tree there. Anything else on it, it doesn't really matter. If you get a better roll than I do, amazing. You're just luckier than me. But I'm sure you'll have something like this lying around somewhere. I am using a what's for dinner, but originally I was using a onion because it's higher capacity and it feels like I survive better with the onion. So I don't know if I'm actually going to keep the what's for dinner, even though the 25% shock damage like addition is really good. I don't know whether I'm going to keep it on. That's completely up to you guys what you want to run here. But for now, I am sticking with the what's for dinner and I'm keep testing it out a little bit. The enhancement, you can go whichever you want. If you're running like Torg like I am, then I've gone for sticky magazines, deal 50% of gun damage on impact. So I gain a bit more damage when I'm dealing I'm stacking the stickies. So I've got assault rifle damage, pistol splash damage. I would much rather have assault rifle splash damage, but it's just, I've gone for a purple one just because then I can have more rolls, because the legendary ones aren't really offering me too much right now, especially the actual built-in enhancement on them. But yeah, I will probably show some gameplay of me just running around mobbing and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it for me. I hope you have a good day and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you in the next one.